Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are cleaning my stove. This is a 4 burner gas cooker by Fawn. When we moved into this house, we found this cooker here and it has served us well, but we're not treating it so good. Alright, I used to clean the stove every night back in the day after cooking, before going to bed, and make sure that the stove is clean. But I'm not so good anymore. I can go for 3 days without cleaning this baby, and so today we have to clean it. First thing is to remove the grates, and then the next thing would be to remove the metal plates. I don't know if they're called that, but we'll call them that for now. Now in this, by the way, I don't have the money to buy cleaners from the supermarket, so I make my own. Concoction, and this one has vinegar, it has some dishwashing liquid, and it has some water, a lot of water, of course. It needs a bit of a shake. Yeah, vinegar is good for lifting grease, but it also gets rid of bad smells. Dish liquid soap is perfect for removing old cooking oil. So I want to spray it everywhere where I can see that there's grease splatter on that lid, around the gas rings, just making sure I don't get into those burners. On the knobs, oh my gosh, I do not like cleaning knobs. I don't like cleaning knobs. Okay, calm down, Mofo. All right, and also, of course, with the grates in the sink, we're going to spray them with the same solution. You could use, by the way, you don't have to spray them. You could actually just smear if you have Axion, the grease stripper, you could use that on a sponge, smear it around. The stuff would lift off quite quickly, but in this case I just want to spray it down because I have this solution which I use to clean my surfaces. Yep, and it's going to sit for a while. I actually left the place for a bit for the soap to dwell. There's something called dwell time. You don't just put soap and clean. It helps to just let it sit there for a bit. So I'm starting with the lid. Obviously, it's the least grimy, and that will be the advice. Start from the areas that are cleanish and you walk towards the areas that are dirty. And because I noticed that particularly this stove, the glaze is not so, what can I say? I mean, it kind of strips off quite fast, so I use the spongy side to lift off this dirt. If you're confident with your stove, with your cooker, that you can use the green side, you go ahead and do it, as long as it does the job. But you've got to be careful, because I'm telling you, the glaze is just a finish. It's not the paint itself. It's just a finish, and you don't want your cooker to look dull. So I just want to suggest that you should just always use the spongy side when you're cleaning your cooker. So, yep, I am rinsing by wiping. It's not really like pouring water over there. Yeah, so as usual, I did start from the cleanish side and ended up on the dirtiest side, which is what I call the ugali side, because that burner is the one that we use for ugali. When you make ugali, flour is just always flying all over the place. Yep, I have actually done a video on how to clean your stove knobs, and I did that so many years ago. I'm going to put a card right here so that you can visit that. Sometimes the knobs get really greasy and you can't just wipe it down with a sponge like this, I'm telling you. So this is kind of like a shortcut, but if it gets really grimy, you're gonna have to check that video. So I'm doing the stove oven door, but I don't really use the oven that much, so it's not really that dirty, but it's got the flour from ugali. Is it flour or flour? I think it's flour, by the way, which I discovered as an adult. It's not flour, it's not ugali flour, it's ugali flour. Alright, so after I finish with my rinse using the sponge, I give it a wipe down. I'm kind of like drying it up, but obviously the sponge cloth won't actually dry up the surface, but it's just to get rid of the excess water. Who knew, you know, water actually leaves stains. If the water dries on a surface, it could leave some stains. I'd like to remind you to wipe the metal plates, because we're not washing them, we're not dipping them into the water, because these ones, by the way, these particular ones get rusty. So as much as possible, don't run the tap on this, and so I need to wipe them down to clean them. Yeah, that little spot there was from a steam jet from a kettle. It just destroyed that glaze. So I've tried my best. It looks clean. I like it. I'm happy with the results. Oh gosh, we're not finished. It's time for the grates. Obviously the grates have food stuff, and for this, because I think they're made of wrought iron, I'm not sure. They might have a glossy finish, but you know, to really get in there, man, I just have to use the green side, you know, the scrubby side. I'm using dish liquid soap, and I'm just going, I'm trying to get to every inch, centimeter, millimeter, everywhere. All right, so one down, one more to go. Repeating the process. And by the way, I've had a 6-burner stove. I mean, I still have one, and I have another home, and there's a third. It's kind of like a grill, a center part to wash. This one has 2 because it's a 4-burner stove. So you can leave them there on the rack to dry or drip dry, or you could wipe them down. I just had to take a break, to be honest, so I let them drip dry. All right, I think we are actually done with this job, which I don't enjoy, but it has to be done. So yeah, there it is. I tried my best. Kind of happy with the results. So if you can do your cleaning every night, it really helps in saving time, by the way, because there's less grime, less food that's stuck on the surfaces. So mine was particularly dirty because I think it had gone for 3 days without a wash. Well, thank you so much if you stay to the end of the video. Here's my stove. It's clean. Please like and share, and I would be happy if you left a comment. Tell me how often you clean your stove. Thank you for watching.